Okay, hey guys, glad to meet you. So let's begin our today's lessons. Let me share the screen. Okay, let's begin. As you remember from previous lesson, we have provisioned our Jenkins instance using configuration as a code. So now we can log into the instance. Okay, here is our pipeline lesson 10. And let's have a look at our pipeline in Jenkins file, which we were using. So if we look here very carefully, we can find that we are building our applications here, and a bit later, we are building the same application on our production environment. So it's not very good point to build application twice, and sometimes building application could take a lot of time, and I suppose we could use lots of resources for this thing. So that is why we are going to provision a bucket in Amazon, and we are going to put our build result to S3 bucket to Amazon, and then we will be using it here instead of building the application again. So let's try. Here is our resources, which we have already provisioned, and so we have 3 instances. Instance 1 is for EC2, instance 2 is for node agent, instance 3 is for production server. So we need to add a bucket. So let's create new file. Let's call it s3.tf. And 1 moment. Need to provision a bucket. Let's call it this way. It should be unique name. And we need a policy that would allow to get files from many sources. This policy allows for everybody to get the object from this bucket. Also, and we need to define access control list. And the apply bucket policy itself. So looks good. So let's provision the bucket. Okay, it has been added. Let's check it from the web console. Going to S3. Okay, here it is. And here is a public access just for test purposes, just for our lab environment. So next, now we need to be able to archive our artifacts, which is actually a build result, to S3 bucket. For this purpose, we need to, of course, again, we need to install plugin. Now you know there are several ways to do it. First of all, we can install plugin from here, but of course we can install it from configuration as code, which you are very familiar with from the lesson 10. We could edit it here, but now just for saving time, I will install it just from Jenkins instance. And if you would like to install it from configuration as code, you can also add this line here. So this is the name of the plugin, and this is the version. So plugin has been installed. Then we need to make some configuration. Now we're going to manage Jenkins, AWS. Here we need to define bucket name and credentials. So let's start with the bucket name. Region could be auto, or you can define, for example, I'm using Frankfurt. Add credentials, find AWS credentials, and here we have to define these two fields, ID and the ID, how will Jenkins name it inside. Could be AWS creds, and yeah. Here is the access key, and secret key will be hidden. Yes. So let's apply. And here is the button, validate S3 bucket configuration. Let's validate it. And if we have permission to this bucket, here will be success. Okay, let's save it. So now we have configured AWS here. And the next step, we need to define that we would like to archive artifact to S3 bucket. For this purpose, we are going to system configuration. I'm looking for artifact manager. Artifact management for builds, and add our S3 provider. Okay, and click Save. So it has been done. So to be able to put a build result to S3 bucket, we need to add an extra stage to Jenkins file, to pipeline. So now we need to go to Jenkins file and add one more step here. So stage archive, it will be called. Okay, that's everything we need. And here we define that we would like to archive a web application. Let's save it. Okay, it seems to be correct. And let's look at our pipeline. Okay, and the build starts already from GitHub webhook. So the archive was successful. Let's check from AWS console. If we look into the bucket, we have a folder with name of our pipeline, and inside we have a folder with build number, and inside we have the artifacts, and we can see our web application. It could be downloaded from here. Here it is. So we archived our artifact, and now we need to use it at stage deploy. Because as you can see, at the stage deploy, we are still building the application inside a production server. So now we need just to edit the pipeline for production for a deploying stage. So, and okay. And how can we find which URL should we use? How to download the file? Yes, we can go to the file. No. Sorry. And here we can copy URL. for this link. But if we need just one file, we can choose it and copy URL also. Just to show you what is this URL, here it is. And as you can see, we have our bucket name here. Then we have a region, and then we have a name of the pipeline, number of the build, and actually the actual data. So to be able to get artifacts from the bucket, we need to use a special variable with the build number. And hopefully it exists. And we will change our shell command to this one. You can see it here. So we will change the directory to web application, then stop the service web application. Then we will remove the application file, and then using we will get our file. Here we need to change bucket name and zone. So here I can use this bucket name, availability zone, and instead of using defined number of build, I will be using the environment, which is called a build number. It helps me to get the proper path for my file. And after we have got the file, we change permission to run the file and restart our service. So let's copy paste it to Jenkins file. To replace this with this. Okay. Let's commit our changes. Something failed here. I suppose there is an extra symbol. You should be very careful with special symbols. Let's change it once again. Yeah. Okay, now it looks fine. Still failure. Let's check. Can't remove. So we're going to web application, then sudo systemctl stop application, rm, sudo. Let's change add sudo to remove. Okay. Okay, and the success deploy was finished. Let's go to our production server. We have the hello from lesson 10, and now let's change something inside the application. Yesterday, I have changed the font for application just to a bit bigger. So and now we can change to hello from lesson 11. And exclamation mark. Okay, change has been committed, branch main has been updated, and now we are waiting for webhook from GitHub to Jenkins. Here it is running already. Okay, and now if we refresh the page, okay, here is the change, is here. And let's check our bucket. And we have got multiple builds. They are here, and we can find files for each build. And even we can download it from here. So let's overview what has been done. What has been done? We have, so let's jump from here, from the developer. Developer changed the application, push its code to GitHub. Then GitHub runs a webhook to Jenkins instance. Jenkins sees some data from GitHub and starts a specific pipeline inside Jenkins container, inside this instance one. And then we are building application inside Golang container, inside Jenkins agent. So as we have built successfully our application, tested, and at the step 3, we're putting archive the result of our build to bucket. And then at the stage deploy, we have SSH connection to production server. And here, instead of building it here, we're just getting the file ready, which was built before inside our production server, and restarting the application. And that's how we deliver our code from developer to the customer. So it's quite a short lesson, and that's all for today. If you have any question, you are welcome. So guys, if no question, that's all for today. And I will see you on Monday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.